Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and I thank the Honourable Member for Honourable Assistant Minister for asking the question. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Ministry is part of the process stipulated under Employment Relations Regulation 2008 that actually governs employment agencies, has strengthened the regulatory framework, including the review and update of existing enforcement, compliance, and other regulatory procedures for recruitment agencies to ensure that they are comprehensive and effective in addressing fraudulent practices. This includes implementing strict licensing requirements for recruitment agencies, and a cash bond of $20,000 is part of the requirements as well. Mr. Speaker, sir, the requirement also ensures that potential employment agencies applying for authorization will have to provide clear description of the services to be provided to the job seekers, and they must also provide the police clearance and valid address from where the business will operate. Mr. Speaker, sir, as part of the inspection and compliance process, our labour inspectors promptly respond to any report on the operation of any bogus agencies. We have in the past stopped recruitment agencies that have not been registered here, and we have also asked them to go away. The Ministry, as a part of the public awareness program, has continuously been conducting radio talkbacks and shows, as well as media releases, to ensure that our people are not hoodwinked by these unscrupulous agents. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Ministry is also working with other enforcement agencies like the Police Force and the Immigration Department to ensure that we have a multi-sectorial approach and provide the right information and guidance to our people. Mr. Speaker, sir, I wish to remind any company or person who wishes to recruit Fijian workers for overseas employment opportunities that they must register with the Ministry of Employment and obtain necessary approval from the Permanent Secretary for Employment before conducting any business of registering, recruiting, and deployment of workers for overseas deployment. Mr. Speaker, sir, as the Ministry responsible for the enforcement and compliance of the Employment Relations Regulations 2008, the Ministry ensures all foreign contracts of service are vetted and attested to by a labour officer before workers leave for overseas employment. Mr. Speaker, sir, to protect members of the public from becoming victims of fraudulent activities by illegal recruiters, it is important for them to verify their recruitment authorization before entering into any financial agreement or providing personal details. Members of the public must also demand from the recruiting agent their valid authorization certificate from the Permanent Secretary for Employment to ensure that they are engaging with the authorized employment agency. Sir, for the record, the National Employment Centre under the Ministry of Employment is the only centre authorized to prepare workers for employment opportunities in Australia under the PALM scheme or in New Zealand under the Recognised Seasonal Employer Work Scheme. Mr. Speaker, sir, my ministry is always available to provide the right advice on overseas employment issues to register their interest with the registered employment agencies authorized by the ministry. I thank you, sir.